Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you beautiful, wonderful people in between, and welcome back to the North-South America Taiko Tournament New Year's Eve edition. I am your... Oh, sorry, I have noises in the background. I am going to be your commentator for today, Bronze Crank, and we have some exciting matches for you today. Our first of our two winners bracket matches in the semifinals here between the 1 seed AuroraPhasmata and the 4 seed chibamasu. Both these players have had really incredible performances so far this tournament, and I'm really excited, I think, to see how this match shapes up between them. Aurora so far has gone 3 sweeps in a row. chibamasu, on the other hand, has had a little bit more trouble. We definitely saw a closer match last weekend where they took a 6-3 win against Zoc. But this is going to be a new match. This is easily the toughest opponent that Aurora's had to face, and easily the toughest opponent chibamasu's had to face on the toughest pool they've had to play. And I think we're going to see some... I'm expecting a decently close match here, although Aurora has just been a monster so far this tourney. And we're starting off here with a warm-up from chibamasu. Chilean PWC warm-up, as is reported by... little information on the bottom there. So far, nothing too crazy. I actually see both players really high accuracies in this warm-up as well. Got some funny doubles to get through here. I think we're already seeing both these players kind of bringing their A game, at least when it comes to accuracy. I'm assuming this is Aurora's first time seeing this map, and he's just kind of sight read SSing it like it's nothing. Though also it is Aether Ritual. I do see that it is Aether Ritual. I am observing that. So not particularly a sight read if you take that into account. Both these players would have gone crazy back in 2019. Aurora actually still now dropping the SS finally. The chibamasu, I believe, is about a 100 behind. I think Aurora just dropped another 100 there. It's very close. Of course, this is a warm-up, doesn't really matter, but if you're able to win your opponent's warm-up, I do think it's a little bit of style points, I'd say, for Aurora here. And Chiba actually got to find a miss on one of those doubles. That's probably going to lead to Aurora winning this warm-up here. Unfortunate miss there. The arrow, we put Aether Ritual and everything. I have like multiple maps that I just like downloaded kind of thinking they're normal, and they're just Aether Ritual. Like, going through old Graveyard can be terrifying sometimes because you will just get jump scared. And the worst part is I am terrible at these 1/8 doubles. I cannot play them. I like end up playing them like finishers, and then I just start missing. It's awful. Just terrifying. Now with the warm-up out of the way, yeah, Aurora did win the roll. Chibamasu rolled twice there, but unfortunately both of them were actually lower than Aurora's roll. And Aurora is electing to pick first, ban second, and Chiba is going to go right out and ban out the No Mod 2. And I'm assuming Aurora is going to ban out No Mod 5. There's been quite a bit of discussion over this map, and I think Aurora did warn chibamasu that he would not be playing it. Although they could also just gentleman out of the map, or just play the map. You know, it is, despite shortcomings, it is still a tricky gimmick map, and if one of these players has practiced it more than the other, it is a pick you could go towards. But Aurora is going to be banning out the slow hidden instead, or at least the kind of tricky SV hidden instead, and going towards Hard Rock 1, the accuracy-based Hard Rock, kind of a bit of a techie map, also way up high at OD 9.8. This should be a pretty interesting pick here. Aurora having a very high skill cap, might be going towards just something super accuracy focused, try and just, you know, shoot out a super high accuracy play that Chiba can't match. but Chiba, you know, has the opportunity to match it. Let's see how this one goes. 2.5 minutes long, just under 6.5 stars. Plenty of fun stuff within the map as well. We are getting started here. First pick of the winner's bracket. These players. OD 9.8, it can be tricky enough to just cause you to just drop 100s on practically nothing, but it looks like both these players, not going to happen to them. It's going to take the map actually winding up a bit here to make them drop. And both players already dropping a little bit of accuracy. Both players actually dropping quite a bit of accuracy, both of them going below 99 here, although Aurora has the accuracy advantage by just a few 100s here. Chibamasu continuing to drop, going below 98 for a second there, but Aurora still just kind of treading water in this 98 area. Chibamasu not falling super far behind, and there's just under 2 minutes left, I think, in this map to catch back up. It's only a couple 100s separating them now, as Aurora drops below 98.5 for a second there. Into these 1/3s. Doesn't look it's giving them too much trouble. A couple 100s dropped by both sides, and we hit the break. Both players do see they are quite close to each other, which, you know, can impart some nerves, can impart some steel in your attitude, depending on the player. See Chibamasu actually dropping a couple more 100s here in the slow section. Aurora up by just under 10k, but that's still only a few 100s, or even just a miss on its own could swing it over at this point. To these bursts here. The rhythm stabilizing out just a little bit, and so are our players' accuracies, but Aurora's lead is steadily growing now. Chibamasu still finding a spare 1 or 2 100s on these patterns that Aurora is not. Aurora climbing back almost to 99 accuracy at this point. Chibamasu about 14,000 points behind. We do see the 99 coming out from Aurora here. Chibamasu continuing to find these spare 100s. These long streams starting to hurt just a bit, as Aurora really has stabilized here. Into this final section here, it's still 11,000 points in Aurora's favor, but it doesn't look like that's going to be dropping. Actually, a few 100s dropped at the end there by Aurora, going to bring the lead down below 10,000, but still a victory for him on his first pick. Pretty solid FCs from both sides, but a very solid score there from Aurora. 7 100s separating these two players. And if that's a portent of what's to come, I'm excited to see how the rest of this match goes. Chibamasu now with the opportunity to find a pick to fight back here. Curious what the cracks in Aurora's armor could be that Chibamasu wants to target. Liberating on this pick just a bit. We're going to go towards the hidden 2, the speed hidden pick. This map is 242 BPM. Pretty fast reading as well. Hangs around 242 SV, but does spike up into like the 270s. So you need to have a hold of both your 242 BPM stream ability as well as your ability to read really fast hidden. This is a pretty stark contrast to the map we just played. You know, kind of map we just played, just very much chilling, nothing too scary about it. 200 BPM. This is a bona fide speed pick. You're gonna see both these players getting their first big finger workouts of the day. Off here, intro not phasing either of these players too much, but Chibamasu is going to drop Couple 100s here, nothing major. Aurora holding an SS very early on here, though. Plenty of map to go to mess with these players. And chibamasu, after those first couple 100s, has stabilized the accuracy once more. And Aurora is going to drop a 100. It's now, I believe, one 100 separating these two players, with another 100 dropped by chibamasu, going to reestablish only about a 2,000 point lead here. It is still really close between these two players. Just one pattern, mistake on a single pattern could flip this over to Chiba's side. Aurora with very little room to breathe here as Chiba's putting up a pretty good accuracy score. Both players dropping some more 100s there, but the lead remains intact. I think both players dropped the exact same number of 100s there. Now about halfway through the map, Aurora does drop a couple 100s, and we are all tied up after that. Both players the exact same accuracy, the exact same 100 count. Heck, I think even the exact same finisher count here. Now Chiba just has to hold and hope Aurora finds another mistake here. Only about a third of the way left through this map. Both players still exactly tied up. Will we see a tie score at the end of this map? I'm not sure. Both these players look so comfortable that it's not like I can expect either of them to drop a 100 here. As the map continues onwards, these players continue onwards. Only a handful of seconds left on the map as we approach the ending here. But I think a 100 drop by Chiba there, though. That's going to give Aurora the lead, but it's going to flip back over. Aurora drops a 100 right at the end of that pattern. It's just the last stream. No! Chiba finds a 100 on the last stream. It flips over. Oh. Brutal way for that map to end. It looked like we were gonna see a tie score there, but the 100 drop by Chiba on that final ending stream gives Aurora the break points up 2-0. Now picking No Mod 3 to consolidate. This is our speed no mod map. So we are going from the speed hidden to the speed no mod. This is the fastest map in the pool at 273 BPM. Also the highest star rating map in the pool at almost 7 stars. And a pretty decently long map as well. So you not only have to play 273 BPM, you have to hold it for 3.5, almost 4 minutes. So this map itself, I think if you can play 273 BPM, I think this map should be pretty comfortable for you. The patterning itself is not the difficult part, but I do think it is just being able to hold consistency at this speed, especially towards the end where, you know, some 1/6 even start getting introduced. With how close this match is, I suspect that that ending is going to be brutal for one of these two players. Start our third map of this match. Right off here, kind of see what this map's going to be about. Not super hard patterns, but very much testing your consistency at this speed. Already Chiba finding a few 100s, so the accuracy lead going to go over to Aurora early here, but it's not huge. And like I said, this map is long. There's a lot of time to make up a lead here, but Chiba continuing to find a few accuracy drops here that Aurora is not. And that's going to keep this lead right around 6,000 points for now. Aurora dropping another 100, the lead's going to shrink just a bit, but it needs to be a few more than that. Actually, Aurora going to drop a miss there at the end of that slow section. That is going to swing the lead over. chibamasu still a little bit behind in accuracy, but with pretty much exactly 400 combo advantage is going to get the full effect of that miss on their lead. chibamasu now with a 5,000, 6,000 point lead that's probably going to grow to about 10,000 before all is said and done. But actually, it is being held off just a bit. This accuracy advantage for Aurora, holding it in place ever so slightly, up to about 8,000 points now. Both players making it through that section pretty cleanly. Now chibamasu has a chance to make up that break point. Aurora reaching back up to that 400 combo mark now. Lead settled around 8,500. But a 100 there dropped by Aurora. The accuracies are now equal, and it's just that misadvantage that chibamasu now has. I believe the first miss we've seen all match. Aurora's got some ground to make up. chibamasu has been shakier on accuracy this match than Aurora, but not that much shakier. And right now, both these players look pretty equal when it comes to this raw speed. But like I said, the ending of this map is really brutal. chibamasu is going to need to hold through that ending if they want to be able to take this breakpoint back from Aurora and draw first blood on our #1 seed in this tournament. 10,000 points now in the lead of chibamasu. Another 100 dropped by Aurora there, giving them the accuracy lead as well. Both players during this break, they can see how this map has shaken up. Aurora knows the ground he has to make up. chibamasu knows the cushion they have and the pressure that is upon them to hold during this last section, this last quarter of the map. Lead now down below 10,000 again as their accuracies equalize, and we are into this final Ki. Both players, though, looking so comfortable at this speed. Will they be able to hold? Another 100 there dropped by Chiba. Aurora now with the accuracy lead once again. It's gonna need to be a few more 100s than that. It's gonna need to be a big accuracy drop to flip this over. It just doesn't look like that's gonna be happening here as we enter the ending of the map here. Both these players holding pretty strong. The 1-6 come and go. A couple more 100s being dropped by Chiba, though. The accuracy is shrinking. The lead is shrinking now down below 4,000 points, but there's no time left in the map for it to flip back over. chibamasu takes the first breakpoint off of AuroraPhasmata, equalizes the matchup once again, and takes the first map off of Aurora in this tournament. What a performance there. Yeah, it was actually 2 misses there by AuroraPhasmata during that slow section that did end up flipping it over. We can see the accuracy in his advantage, but the combo just was not. It was just enough for Chiba to be able to take that pick away. And possibly something to consider for chibamasu, you know, the accuracy has been consistently in Aurora's advantage, but if you can try to find maps that could tease out these kind of 1 or 2 misses, then maybe that is what you want to go towards. And we're going to see 3 Mod 2 up next. Anti-safety zone by Muke. This is our more anti-mod free mod pick. Lots of funny streams, lots of funny rhythmic sections going on here. Definitely tricky to mod, but both these players are good enough. I'm expecting to see some pretty bold choices of mod here. But I wonder how these players can do, you know, if you put hidden hard rock on a map like this. That could be, you know, chibamasu's method to see if you can just tease out a miss from Aurora there just off of the difficulty of reading alone. This map isn't too difficult mechanically, just over 6 stars, 170 BPM. I think the tech by itself is not super tricky. We'll see how these players cope with it. We'll see what both players elect to put on. And it is going to be a hidden hard rock coming out from both these players on the anti-mod pick here. So this is going to be tricky. And I think both these players are going to put up good scores, but I'm not expecting the same kind of ridiculously high accuracy plays we've been seeing. This is a brutal map to put on hidden hard rock. chibamasu already dropping quite a bit of accuracy, but AuroraPhasmata also dropping down below 99 during this intro here. Going to be about a 5,500 point lead here. Chiba dropping a couple more 100s, but they are traded, but not enough. It's about a 10,000 point lead now. Chiba really struggling to hold high accuracy here. AuroraPhasmata just below 99 accuracy, but chibamasu is down below 97 for a bit there. Still plenty of map to go. 3/4 of the map left, but already, you know, not spelling good things for chibamasu here on the accuracy front. About a 15,000 point lead here for AuroraPhasmata. As accuracy drops continue to come out from chibamasu here, the lead now above 20,000 points. Aurora still holding that 99 accuracy with Hidden Hard Rock. This is not an easy map to do that on. chibamasu is climbing up in accuracy. The accuracy now in the mid-97s, moving up towards 98. But chibamasu needs Aurora to find a miss or two. Needs Aurora to find a big accuracy drop if they want to be able to get back into this pick. Aurora is finding 100s, but it's just not enough. Chiba has crawled up above 98 now, about 1 accuracy point behind Aurora here. But Aurora's accuracy just isn't